Live from Dodger Stadium, the show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shammy. Postseason baseball, Singy, it's always great to see and be a part of.
Oh, Boog, you just never know what's in store when it comes to postseason baseball. You do know you're going to see some amazing pitching, guys coming out of the bullpen throwing 100, some incredible defensive plays, some big knocks, and maybe a mistake or two that'll live on forever. All I do know is I'm pumped up for this one.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And today's starter, Clayton Kershaw. What do you look for here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
In now for the Reds, TJ Friedl. Swing and a miss as he was late. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
One ball, two strikes.
That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the lineup for the Reds.
Second, right fielder,
And Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
One out, bases empty. The other way, Freeman takes it himself. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
And now it's Gavin Lux. That one misses. Ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Now 2 balls and a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one finds the zone. Counts full, 3-2. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Miguel Andujar in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And here it comes.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Two outs. Here's a high chopper. Hernandez over to first in time. And that is the third out of the inning. So one left for Cincinnati. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And on the hill in this one, Brady Singer.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That one catches the zone, and that is strike 1.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Swings through that one.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That one to first, and it goes just foul. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast, 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
Here's Betts. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Here's a 1-1. In for a strike. Good slider.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And that skips into dirt. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it's just foul. Ground ball left side. Hayes to first, and Betts is gone.
Batting third. Third
Time now for
baseman,
Dave Roberts'
ready,
lineup for the Los
Freeman.
Angeles Dodgers. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there are 2 outs.
Batting fourth. Right fielder.
2 down, base is empty.
Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch just misses. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
On the ground, right side. On to first, and Hernandez is out. And that is that. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 1-0. Wild Card
Leading
Series
off
Game
for the
2.
Reds,
And ready to hit
shortstop,
now
Ellie
for
De La
Cincinnati.
Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz. Kershaw back to work. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Out to short, Kim. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good
First
downward
baseman,
break on that one.
Spencer Steer.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Pitch is in the dirt, and that is ball 1.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez, Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland, and man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Boy, that was a hanging
Batting
breaking
seventh,
ball right
third
there. I think he
baseman,
tried to do a little
Brian
bit too
Hayes.
much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Hayes, in his 5th season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and they traded for him earlier this year. Brian Hayes in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
That one misses. 3-1. And that is low for ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't
Batting
offer at
catcher,
it. Now he has
Jose
somebody to worry about
Trevino.
over at first.
Here's Jose Trevino. Sliced hard but foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Hayes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And now 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Outside low, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 3-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. Here comes Hayes around third. He'll score easily. Not in time. It's a double.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
At the plate, Matt McClain. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Kershaw fires. This ball's chopped on the ground. To first, safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
So the batting order turns over. Now here's the Reds' leadoff man, T.J. Friedl. And that one fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Next pitch is outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that's way high. And now 3-1. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. We head to the bottom of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
Hard on the ground to first. Steer takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 6th, center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some boo, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Bouncer to second. McLean throws to first in time. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
7th, third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
Here's Kike Hernandez. And that's in there for strike 1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
And that one off the outside edge.
That's ball 2.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Friedel gets under it. That is the inning. We played 2 full innings and we're tied 1-1. Back here in L.A. on to the 3rd inning. Down the number 2 hitter, Noel V. Marte. Hard hit right side. Freeman steps on the bag and a quick out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter Gavin Lux.
So up next, Gavin Lux walked his first time. And a breaking ball misses outside. Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Right side. And that's just foul. That misses the zone, and the count's full. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Grounded out his first time. Runner on the go. On the ground out to short. Throw on to Freeman. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. De La Cruz digs in now. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that is out of play. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. The shortstop takes the ball. Out to short, Kim. Now the throw to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Reds leave one. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Leading off, Ha-Seong Kim.
Shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Just missed. That's in there. And the count 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Right back.
And next for LA, Ben Workvet. First pitch misses. Tied up here in the early going. Inside, just missed. And a swing and a miss. And that misses. And that's ball 3. Out there to center. And it falls. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's already homered here in this one. Squirts away a little bit. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 2-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here's Mookie now. Grounded out. His first time up. Breaking ball inside. And that's ball 1. Man at second. Foul ball there. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. Mookie retired, 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here is Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 1.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Two outs. And another ball. Liner, and this could be trouble. In comes the run from third. It's 3-1.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 1 so far. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one back there. Get out of town. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-1.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter, but that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through it.
So 2 away with nobody on. Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He swings and fouls one off. Four runs already in the frame here in the last half of the third. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. On the ground to third. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We head to the 4th inning now in game 2. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 1. And we're back. John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Spencer Steer. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Reds showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Next offering is in for a strike. Kershaw deals. Good eye right there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Not too often you're going to see a sub-90-mile-per-hour fastball get by a hitter for a strikeout, especially when it's in a very hittable location like that. Makes me think he was either looking for something else completely or he tried to do way too much with that swing.
Hayes in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Popped up right side. Freeman. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride
Now
up in the zone right there. Hitter
Trevino.
looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Trevino stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And a curve misses outside.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the
Up
play,
next for
Boog. It's not always
Cincinnati,
easy
second
seeing the
baseman,
ball
Matt
off the bat.
McClain.
Something to improve.
So man aboard. Here's a speed threat. Matt McClain reached on an infield single his first time. And that's too high. And the pitch is in for a strike. And the count even at 1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
There's a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 1. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Knee high, that's in for a strike. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Andrew Abbott up and throwing for Terry Francona. Suter also getting ready. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Marte ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, third baseman, Kike
Here's Kike Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off. And delivers outside. And that's a base hit into left field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Fell back in
shortstop
trouble, Boog, and it's just been
Hassan
like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
So a man at first, and stepping in is the speedy Ha-Seong Kim. In there, and it's 0-1. That clips the corner.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Hernandez, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, catcher Ben Rortvedt.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Ben Rortvedt. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs. Squirts away a little bit. Hit well, right field, way back and gone. He'll touch them all. And they add on. It's 7-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Brady Singer done for the night, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching
Chase
for
Burns
Cincinnati.
gets handed the rock out of the
Number
pen,
26.
and he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses. Two down, nobody on. That's a strike. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Corrals it, and that'll do it. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. And the lead is stretched to 7-1. Wild Card Series Game 2. In now for the Reds, TJ Friedl.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. Well, these Reds need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Up next for Cincinnati, right fielder.
Next for Cincinnati,
Noel
V.
Marte.
Marte has grounded out a couple of times. First pitch, and he just misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 70 looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 86 getting loose as well. Bases empty, one away here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Now batting, designated hitter Gavin Lux.
And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Gavin Lux. And that's downstairs and outside. Lux measures 6 feet 2 inches, 27 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Now this is in the air down the line. Conforto hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder Miguel Andujar.
Now a chance for Miguel Andujar. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And that one is downstairs. 1-0.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Pitch misses. Ball 2. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Marte headed for third. Coming home. He'll score.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. And there's a foul ball.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
That one hammered but pulled foul. Man on second, 2 down. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Run scoring double here for the Reds. It's 7-2. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And at the
off
plate for the
Dodgers,
Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
Second baseman, Mookie
One of the
Betts.
things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Liner caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign,
next,
even though it probably
for the
doesn't feel like it.
Dodgers,
He hit the
first
ball hard,
baseman,
but it doesn't always work out in your
Freeman.
favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1 count.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. One down, base is empty. Outside with a breaking ball. That's outside, and the count is even 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of
Now
pitches to
right
even that
fielder,
count off to 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time
Hernandez.
chased outside the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. There's the strike. And ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Gloves it on the dive, gathers and throws, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
Pitching change here, number 70.
And he's got a
Now
nice lead to
pitching
work
for the
with, so
Dodgers.
he should come in throwing strikes,
Number 70.
attacking these hitters.
Justin
Stepping in,
Robles.
Spencer Steer. 0 for 2 in this one. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Scott, the lefty, warming up as well.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Ripped to short. Slings to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman, Key Brian Hayes.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. He's 0 for 1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, catcher,
Now the
Jose
catcher
Trevino.
up to hit, Jose Trevino. And that one clips the corner.
0-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. On a line out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself
Now
it's
batting,
about the
second
process. He
baseman,
did everything
Matt
right
McLean.
there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McLean. 1 for 2. Line drive. Oh, he gloves it. So one hit is all they get. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Reds 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Michael Conforto will climb in. Burns back to work. That misses. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Tony Santillan up and throwing for Terry Francona. And that's a little bit high. And the count now 2-0. Strike 1. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the team, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Pages in the box again, takes a strike. And it's fouled away. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Now batting, third
And
baseman
Kike Hernandez at the plate.
Hernandez.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Conforto, the base runner at first with one out. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. High fly ball down the left field line. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. His second home run of the series. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-2. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Yeah, the batter now, Hesung Kim. Kim checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Backed off the plate that time. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one back. And gone! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. It's 10-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Berg. I mean, This is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Chase Burns won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
The
Cincinnati.
pitcher for the Reds, number 78.
Number 78.
He's into the game with the bases empty. One out, base is empty. Ben Wertvet steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Ball one there. Still only one out here in the inning. A little bit low, and a count 2-1. And that one clips the corner. Center field. Friedel has a beat on it. They got it for out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated
So the lineup
hitter,
flips over. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Just missed. And misses inside. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Two outs. That one fouled off. 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And it remains 2-2. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And now an 8-run lead at 10-2. Top of inning number 7, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, TJ Friedel. Inside, just missed. Just missed. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Pitch is in there. That is strike 2. And they'll do it again. Out towards right center field. Hernandez ranging after it. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Noel V. Marte.
Noel V. Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 3. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
2 down, bases empty. Gavin Lux, the next to hit for the Reds. In there for strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nobody left for Cincinnati, and the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. Bottom of the 7th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
Second baseman, Mookie Betts.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Freeman, the next to hit, takes outside. The Dodgers up big in this one here in game 2 of the wild card series. Freeman hits it in the air. Friedel settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That one hit to right. And no one can get there. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. Man in scoring position with 2 away. And up next for Los Angeles, Michael Conforto. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Hernandez at second with 2 down. Fought off foul. Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. So the Dodgers leave 1, and the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Ready to begin the 8th. And now Miguel Andujar. In there at the knees, and that's strike 1. That one lifted to left. Conforto drops into the glove, One down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
De La Cruz batting with one down takes a strike. The Reds with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 8th. And that one fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. This one popped up. Freeman. He makes the grab. 2 down. Two down, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer. 0 for 3 in this one. In the air, right field, Hernandez. Sizing this one up, brings it in. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Reds 2. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pages.
Center fielder, Andy Pages.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. That one missed. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
Now the 0-1. There's a swing and a miss. Man at second. That's way outside. Going to count 1 and 2. The other way, and that's a fair ball. Here comes Pages around third. Oh, he botches it. He will score. So man aboard, and now the shortstop, Hesung Kim. And first offering is fouled off. One on, nobody out, a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Outside low, 1 and 1. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Ben Workvet steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him. One out, runner at second. Shohei Ohtani will hit next. And the pitch is outside, ball one. Rortvedt, the runner at second with one away. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. That one just misses.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And that one missing low.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed. Gets the out.
Here's Mookie now. Ball one, no strikes. That's a strike across the top of the zone. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering upstairs. And a foul ball. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And Mookie takes. Freddie Freeman getting on deck circle. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Gets a piece and stays alive. And down on strikes he goes. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Reds 2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now here is Ke'Bryan Hayes. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. On the money. Nice play.
Now batting, catcher Jose Trevino.
Jose Trevino getting ready to hit. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
Up next for Cincinnati, second baseman Matt
Man at
McClain.
second with 1 away. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. In the dirt. And another ball. 1 out and a runner at second here in the late stages of game 2. Just missed. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Ripped on the ground to second. Betts whips it to first. And they're down to their last out.
Now batting, the center fielder TJ Friedl.
TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. That one pushed to the left and foul. In the air, foul off first. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers slug their way to a win in this one.